I'm Fred Cunningham, and welcome to First Responder Friday on WSPA+. Every Friday on 7 News, we profile law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMS, 911 operators, and many other professionals in the Carolinas who respond in times of an emergency. Let's meet some of the people who have devoted their lives to service and run towards trouble when the rest of us are trying to get out of the way. We are joined by the Clemson University Fire Department. The interim chief, Aaron Bunyé, is here, and thank you for being here this morning. Which crew is this, by the way?
Hey, good morning. I have brought A shift over. They are our ladder crew and our ALS crew for this shift that is getting ready to get off shift this morning.
That's great. This is a unique department, of course, even a unique piece of equipment, at least the look of it.
Yep, so this is one of our newest pieces. It's on our new truck. It is a TNT spreader. It is the thing that's unique about it is the only one that is in existence that is orange and purple to match our truck and obviously the Clemson University colors.
Actual retail price is?
They're about $60,000.
Wow, exactly. I'm glad a professional is hanging on to that. All right, you got two other relatively new pieces of equipment here. Your quick response vehicle.
Yes, so the QRV, we debuted that in March of this year. Basically, it is there to provide quick responses for the medical community within Clemson City. Excuse me. It's a very quick apparatus to get to patients very quick. Our response time is trying to be about 6 minutes. And when we first brought it on, we had an incident where a patient needed that care very quickly, and it was there 6 minutes before the ambulance even showed up, so they were able to provide life-saving care for that patient.
Unbelievable. Another new truck, and of course, this is the big boy.
Yeah, that's our newest Suffin. It is a 75-foot ladder truck. We call it an engine. But it does dual capability, so we can do fire attack and rescue at the same time. The awesome thing about it is it gives us a capability to do whatever we need on a fire scene at any time.
That's right. You got the ladder, can also got water on it to fight a fire.
It does.
Terrific, terrific. Harrison's is our partners on First Responder Friday. Kevin Harrison is here. He's got a presentation for you and the rest of the crew.
Yeah, Chief, we want to thank you for what you do, all your men and women, and how you keep us safe. This is especially special for me because my oldest daughter just graduated Clemson. So if anything bad happened, y'all will be the ones coming out to help her. So we thank you guys for what you do. Just a little small token of our appreciation from Harrison's. We'll also send something for all your men and women that work for you to just show you how much we appreciate them. You can use that at any of our 6 locations or harrisonsusa.com. But more importantly, we just want to thank you again for what you do, for keeping us all safe. And this whole community appreciates everything you do. And go Tigers.
Thanks.
All right, Kevin, and for the interim chief, and that is First Responder Friday. First Responder Friday. Let's go ahead and talk to Major Dee Dee Collier. She is the Assistant Police Chief here in 96. First of all, I know this is the biggest event of the year for you guys. It goes Wednesday through Saturday. Yeah. What do you want everyone to know and maybe parents to be thinking about when they come to the festival tonight and tomorrow?
Okay. Main thing we need you to think about is your kids. Make sure that they're safe. Make sure that you've got them in eyesight so that we don't have any missing kids calls. Inevitably, we always get some of those. So that's the main thing. If you don't have sight of your kids, make sure that a responsible adult does have them in their sight.
That's right. And everyone, we need them to be patient because there's a lot of narrow streets around here, around this site. You're going to get parked. You just have to wait your turn.
Absolutely. Parking is always really, really crazy, especially when the fireworks happen, because we have people that won't come to the actual festival that will show up for the fireworks. So just bear with us. We'll get you parked. We'll get you in and out, but it's going to be a slow go there for a little bit.
This is 1 week of the year, but something that you do a lot, especially in the summer. You've got some great programs as far as for feeding and also reading programs for young people.
Yes, Edgewood Community Center, Mr. Hampful over there, they have a program for underprivileged kids where during the summer and on vacations when they're not in school and stuff, they provide meals for the kids to make sure that no kids going hungry, which we love. Cambridge Methodist Church does a reading program also for the kids, and we have several programs like that around town where they're doing different things. And of course, I think you talked to the guys out at this park, so you know they do stuff out there too.
Well, it is tremendous what you do, not only during this week, but of course year round, and we thank you for your service, and we thank everybody who's made it a great morning for us here in 96.
Great, thank you. We've enjoyed having you here and enjoy the festival.
We certainly will. That is Major D.D. Collier, the Assistant Police Chief here in 96. Officer Diego Pizarro's life changed when his family moved from Colombia to the U.S. when he was 12. He got advice at school.
There was a teacher that kept pushing me to kind of find my talents. Like, you have a lot of talent.
And that talent was profitable.
I was making a lot of money. I was DJing and being an MC and dancing and making money out of it. So, I mean, that's great.
So why did that end?
Yes, so I didn't want to be the 50-year-old dancer or the 50-year-old DJ.
But his voice still pays off.
The market for Spanish speakers in the United States is huge.
He can still recall this ad he voiced for American Airlines.
Si pudieras llevar todo aquello que extrañas, no tendrías por qué volver. Something like that. And I said, man, this is the easiest money in the world. 30-second commercial in front of a microphone, nobody's watching.
But at the age of 40, Pizarro went in a new direction. He became a police officer in Boston and was the old guy at the academy.
I think the life experience gives you a different perspective of policing. So even though these guys are younger, stronger, you know, they've probably had some college information on them. I mean, but the life experience gives you a lot.
Then another change, escaping the cold of the north for more sunshine, but the same job in Spartanburg.
The blessing and the curse of this job is the unpredictable. Police officers will respond to a call, and they have to, within seconds, they have to assess the situation. We go to calls where nobody's happy. We go to calls where you get to see the worst in people. So there's not a happy place that we go to every time. But when we leave, we hope that the situation is resolved, or at least getting there.
Harrison's is our partners on First Responder Friday. Kevin Harrison is here.
Yes, sir. And Diego, we just want to thank you and just tell you on behalf of the community, we're from Spartanburg. That's home for us our whole lives. Just want to thank you for keeping everybody safe and what you guys do. You put your life on the line every day for all of us. And we just want to, on behalf of not only Harrison's, but the entire Spartanburg community and the area surrounding it, we just want to thank you and just tell you how much you're appreciated. And it is not, we do not take for granted what you do every day. Just a little gift certificate for us. You know where our store is and got a shirt for you. We just want to give you a little token of our appreciation just for what you do. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And that is First Responder Friday. As you can see, these stories are just a way for us to say thank you to the men and women who are our local first responders. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, more of the people and stories that make up First Responder Friday. Welcome back to 7 News First Responder Friday, right here on WSPA+. We'll continue now with the stories of our brave local first responders and how they serve our communities. Take a look.
Engine 8, Engine 9, Engine 3.
David Abbott is a firefighter, a member of the Taylor's Fire District Department. He's been with Taylor's for 17 years. Austin Abbott is a firefighter, a member of the Boiling Springs Fire District in Greenville County. He's been with the department for 6 months. Two firefighters with the same last name because they're father and son. And Austin's bond to the job started early.
I've been around pretty much all my life, like Christmas parties and stuff like that, and just watching it and seeing what they do, I fell in love with it.
I made them leave the station. I told them the fire trucks had to go night-night so I could get them to leave.
Austin became a full-time firefighter 6 months ago, and because they work for automatic mutual aid stations, they see each other often, including that first fire.
You don't want nothing bad to happen to him, and I happened to actually be on his first apartment fire that was right down the road. I was actually working overtime. They had an apartment fire on Pelham Road, and I was actually there with him.
Both are all business on a fire scene. But dads with 2 decades on the job develop a superpower. It's called good peripheral vision.
I know he knows what he's doing, but it's still that dad gut instinct, you know, want to make sure that his son's okay.
Dad says being there for someone when they're having a bad day is what their service is all about. Austin still lives at home for now, and sometimes the job comes home with them.
Sometimes I'll tell them stuff I've run and cool things I've ran and stuff like that.
I know what he's going through, and it makes me happy, and sometimes I'm like, son, let's talk about something else.
Like lots of firefighters, joining the service is generational. David's uncle and cousin were firefighters. It was in his blood too, and now with his son.
You want your son to follow your footsteps some days not, but at the end of the day, I couldn't be more proud of him of, becoming a fireman. He's done everything on his own.
And Vance Mahaffey's here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire community, we want to thank both of y'all for your service and what you do for us. And we appreciate everything. We have a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is First Responder Friday.
Center.
Jury is the first patrol dog Lawrence County has ever purchased. He's part of a 5-dog canine team. And at $15,000 apiece, coming mostly from Europe, these canine officers are special animals.
People think they may have a German Shepherd, well, it's going to be a police dog. Well, just because a dog has teeth doesn't mean it's always going to make a good police dog. Or just because a dog uses his nose to find his food doesn't mean he'll use his nose to go find, a person or a missing person.
These canine officers handle all kinds of duties for the sheriff's office.
We train every week. We try to put in 6-8 hours every week of us getting together as a group. And obviously when we're on shift and we have downtime, we may get one of our partners to hey, lay a track for me, or hey, throw these keys out there and let me see if I can find my dog. My dog go find them. Or we go to a park and let a kid, let the kids be involved and say, hey, start walking that way.
Turn around, and then get off of me! Apprehending suspects. The deputies know it's training, but to the dogs, it's the real thing.
Look, man! Don't fight my dog! Show me your hands!
But within minutes of this kind of intensity, after a few moments of being distracted, Jury is calm enough to meet and greet safely with young children.
This is Yori.
Oh, say hey, Yori.
He's a good dog, ain't he?
With Master Deputy Sean Davis, and Vance Mahaffey is here from Benson Hyundai. He's got a special presentation.
On behalf of Benson Hyundai and the entire Lawrence community, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for y'all's service and what you do for us. And we have a small token of our appreciation for you.
We appreciate it, sir.
And we appreciate everything you do.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Absolutely. And thank you, Vance. And that is First Responder Friday. Chandler Nix is a lineman for Greer CPW. He wanted to be one since he was 14. Nix has been at it for 6 years now, or as he says, 10 if you count OT.
Job comes with a lot of overtime, but we all know what we're signing up for when we sign up to do it.
Nix has traveled as far north as Maine and out west to Oklahoma to work on lines. This week the job is in his backyard, and he and his crewmates don't have power either.
The linemen that are from around here, they're coming in working 18, 20 hours a day and then having to go home and try to take care of their house. Find out what's wrong with their house, assess it, and try to fix it in the time that they're not trying to get everybody else's power back on.
About 90% of Greer's CPW customers lost power during Helene.
When it comes to replacing equipment like this, with a storm that comes in with 50 and 60 mile per hour winds, they toss our equipment all over the place. So we have to go find it. We have to see what might need to be replaced or repaired, and that takes time.
And most time consuming is replacing dozens and dozens of power poles.
If it's cut and dry, no trees really in the way, you could have it done in an hour. And some of them you can rock up on 8-10 hours. So depending on the extensiveness of the damage.
There it is, baby.
Hearing that sound makes it all worth it.
All the cheers and hollers and thank yous, it goes a long way in our morale when everybody's beat down working so much.
That's First Responder Friday. I'm Fred Cunningham, 7 News. We're going to take a short break from our stories of these amazing heroes. Stick around for more First Responder Friday right here on WSPA+. It's a privilege and an honor to get the opportunity to bring you these stories of our local heroes, those who choose to put their lives on the line or simply choose to be there for us when we need them most. Here are some more stories from our First Responder Fridays. No one knows their way around Spartanburg County better than Johnny Ravan. He's been working for the county for 50 years.
I've built and replaced just about every bridge on our county roads.
But nothing could prepare him for September 27th.
never seen a storm like this hit the whole county. And it's hard. Me and the director, Travis Brown, we rode around that Friday and we just checking things out, and we're looking at each other thinking, we're gonna be months getting this cleaned up.
So Spartanburg County roads and bridges went to work. 22 crews in all in 12-hour shifts.
Old country boys that love to get out there and work. They know it's their job and they're there. We don't have to tell them what to do, they know what it is.
But it wasn't all smooth.
I had some crews that went in that morning to cut some trees out, and they got in there and then they got blocked in because trees fell behind them with power lines. We're not licensed to work around power. We're not trained to work around power.
And now,
last Friday, our crews, along with the contract crews, we had all the roads open.
Their job now turns to picking up all the debris left along Spartanburg County roads. Revan says, don't worry, they're coming to your street.
The way my department has always looked at it, we're here to serve the citizens, and that's what we're going to do.
And that's First Responder Friday.
There was water coming from everywhere, and we were just staying ahead of it. Henderson County has a lot of resources in the individual fire departments, in EMS, in the rescue squad, and we're never taxed so that everyone's active at once.
Toby Linville is the floodplain administrator for Henderson County. He knew their rescue team would face an unprecedented storm.
Either one of these storms were devastating on their own, but 10 inches of rain on Thursday and then immediately 10 more inches of rain or more on Friday with the wind. The earth couldn't handle it.
Let me give you an idea of just how bad the flooding was in Hendersonville after Helene. The water level came up to here.
The rescue squad always sends a team down to Bat Cave for a hurricane because they can get cut off. There's basically 4 roads in there, and one tree down or one power line down shuts the road down.
But this was a total shutdown. The Highway 64 bridge was gone.
All the roads were gone, so we couldn't even respond as a normal response. We had no communications to start with, but we couldn't have gone to anyone without just walking.
That left Linville and the team alone from Thursday night into Saturday.
Truly, you rely on those formal ways of doing things, even in these unusual situations, so that you don't hurt yourself or someone else. So the textbook doesn't truly go out the window, but you do improvise.
And getting flood victims out required a MacGyver-like idea.
We ended up building a footbridge out of a construction walkboard that we found to even have folks walk back and forth.
Linville says he was amazed Bat Cave had power back within a month, but then came his primary job. He assessed hundreds of houses. If half a home was damaged, that meant the owners would have to elevate it or come up with a flood-proofing plan.
Those are hard decisions and come with an expense for folks that are already damaged. So that part's difficult, but folks are understanding and they don't want to go through that again.
It's a situation no one in the Carolinas wants to go through again. And that's First Responder Friday.
But the tree fell this way and the trunk went all the way to the driveway.
Martha Sigmund is still living with the pain after a tree fell on top of her during the storm south of Spartanburg.
I had 20 broken bones and 4 surgeries. So this humerus came out the skin here and here. The elbow was broken. My hand was crushed. My fingers were broken. My collarbone was out the back. Shoulder was broken. My neck bones and my backbones were broken. Sternum and ribs were broken.
Sigmund and her daughter moved their cars in the middle of the storm. Lindsay made it back to the house.
There are 2 sounds I'll never forget. It's the cracking sound of the roots being lifted up from the ground and her horrific scream saying, "Mom, run!"
But Martha didn't. This is what fell on you.
Yes.
This wire.
Yes.
How can you possibly be with us?
I don't know. It's God. That's the only way.
The first people to help her were neighbors. One of them she hardly knew.
He said, "My name is Chris, and I know you feel like you're dying, but God has spared your life, and I am here to help you."
The neighbors freed Sigmund before a South Spartanburg Fire District crew could get there. First responders had to walk to the house with trees blocking roads and still coming down.
I guess we were on scene for probably close to an hour waiting for a EMS transport. Trees still falling all around us. Pretty hectic scene.
The house was not safe. Trees were leaning over the roof, and they said, "We got to get her out of here." So they decided to start carrying me up the street.
I believe at that point they had suspended all response, so nobody was coming to us. It was us. Firefighters are always taught to think of plan A, B, and C, but at that point we were getting into X, Y, Z.
Then they carried me a quarter of a mile at least, got me to the fire truck, and the board was too wide to go in the doors of the fire truck. So they went to a neighbor's house.
They waited until a second ambulance could finally get there safely.
I remember the fireman taking my hand and saying a little prayer and saying, "You're going to be okay. This is where I leave you."
But that's not how the story ends. When she was healthy enough, Sigmund went to the station to thank those firefighters. She was there again this month when the South Spartanburg Fire District gave those 8 firefighters the Medal of Bravery.
Great to see her, great to see her up and walking around doing well.
They said, "We have families, wives and children, and we are driving to help people whose gas lines have broken, and trees are falling as we're driving. And it's like, we don't know if we're even going to make it or not."
Made us know that we made a difference that morning.
And that's First Responder Friday. Those are just some of the people who chose careers with one goal in mind: to help others. You can see new editions of First Responder Friday every week on 7 News in our morning and afternoon newscasts. You can also find all of our previous profiles in the First Responder Friday section of WSPA.com and the 7 News app. And join us here for more episodes of First Responder Friday on WSPA+. I'm Fred Cunningham, and we'll see you next time.